Hey, LeBron. Frank was saying that that you switched some of the spacing for the screen roll action just from last night in Golden State, and you thought the Wolves had a hard time picking that up in the fourth quarter. Just wondered if you could be, and to what degree you could be specific about how you were manipulating that and what you saw and what was different.
Well, obviously we had a play that was working well for us, so you want to kind of go back to it over and over and see if they change it up or see if they stop it. But we have so many reads, and it's up to me to make all those reads. And in the fourth quarter, obviously, I was able to find Trez for the majority of those reads. Also, be able to find Wes for a corner three as well. Just trying to dictate and give whatever defense gives us. Just try to put the ball on time on target, make the right reads, and I was able to do that, especially in that fourth when I entered the game.
Trez said in the walk-off interview that he credited for his hands playing football in high school and also some track and field stuff like shot put and discus. You, of course, played football. Just wondered what your thought was on young athletes playing other sports, how that evolves and how that can develop something like that, and what you see with Trez in that context.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's all about hand-eye coordination. You get that when you're a kid and you playing touch football, you're playing free frog, you're playing intramural sports and things of that nature. You get that hand-eye coordination. And then with football, you're able to catch the ball in tight spaces or in contact, and be able to finish through contact. And, me being a receiver myself, playing through, linebackers coming over the top or safeties, corners, free safety, strong safeties, and still having to catch the ball on contact, it definitely helps out when you make the transition into basketball.
Kyle.
Hey, LeBron, obviously a lot of things offensively Trez does, we've seen him do for a long time, but he was saying yesterday that he's really, been doing a lot of film work and taking a lot of input from his teammates to get blended in defensively. What have you seen him doing maybe behind the scenes to get more integrated on that end?
Well, because of this, the season and how it's constructed, there's not much time to practice. And that's for all 30 teams. So the film sessions individually as a team is the most important this year. And obviously it's very important, all the time, but this year even more because we can't be on the floor much because of the protocols and the testings and things of that nature. It doesn't allow us to be on the floor as a team a lot. So, the film session is the best opportunity for you to take that and then implement it into a game situation. And Trez has been doing that.
Dan.
Hey, LeBron, happy 316. Good shirt.
Appreciate it.
In terms of Trez, last year, his relationship with Lou on court, Lou Williams was obviously you could see it. How hard is it to form that kind of bond with a pick and roll partner? And have you seen something over maybe the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks where he looks a little more comfortable with guys kind of in that role?
No, I think he's definitely growing more accustomed, and obviously, that dynamic duo and him and Lou for those years was exceptional. Lou Will having the threat to come off and score, but also Lou Will having the threat to make that pocket pass, and Trez with his ability to roll and finish and catch and finish was just very dynamic for so many years. So, I automatically, when we got him, I knew it could be something that we could exploit because my ability to play the pick and roll game, my ability to pass the ball, his ability to catch and finish. So I think as of late, we know where we are on the floor. We know the sets that we're in, and he's doing a hell of a job of being able to set screens for me, get me down here, and then I'm just trying to put it on time on target where he can just get to his game.
Dave.
Hey, LeBron, I know comparison can be the thief of joy, and so I don't necessarily want to have you compare Talen Horton-Tucker to any specific player, but on consecutive nights, he plays against a game that has James Wiseman in it. Tonight, Anthony Edwards in it. And both those nights, even though he was the second-round draft pick, he was turning heads just as much as those marquee talents. When you look at him, I just asked Kuz about this too. Can you see a few steps beyond where he is with this team, and could there be something special ahead for Talen Horton-Tucker?
It's something we've talked about all year. And let's be honest. If you go back in the draft and redo the draft from last year, Talen Horton-Tucker would not go in the second round. We're super duper lucky and blessed to be able to grab him when we were able to grab him, out of Iowa State. So, his ability to get downhill, to read, either his ability to get to the lane and finish, or his ability to make the extra passes. He's a big guard, but with great handle, with great poise and great balance. You just mentioned those other guys. I mean, this is, like I said, this is Taylor's rookie year too, pretty much. He's learning. He's going to continue to get better. But he's a damn good player right now, and he's going to just continue to get better and better.
Gary.
LeBron, can you discuss your partnership with the Fenway Sports Group and taking partial ownership of the Red Sox, what that means to you, to your brand, to kind of your, and then delving into baseball? What do you think of the game of baseball, and what kind of fingerprints can you put on this?
Well, first of all, it's great to be with such a great group with FSG. They've done so many great things over the years, and just that collective group of people, they're just amazing to be partners with. As far as the Red Sox, obviously a historical franchise, and we know the history of the World Series championships they've brought back home to Boston, and the players that's come through there, and the legacy that they hold in that area. So I think for me and for my partner Maverick to be the first two black men to be a part of that ownership group in the history of that franchise, I think it's pretty damn cool. It gives me and people that look like me, hope and inspiration that they can be in a position like that as well, that it can be done. It gives my kids at my I Promise school more and more inspiration as well. But it's a great day for myself, for my family, for my school, for my business partner Maverick Carter, and everyone that has something to do with our group. But it's a pretty amazing thing, and for me to continue to build my portfolio off the floor, also in a beautiful game like baseball. So, thanks for the question, Gary.
Last question, Mark Medina.
LeBron, and kind of lieu of that, would you consider it a long-term goal whenever your career is over to be part of an NBA ownership group?
Yeah, I've always said that. My goal is to own a team, own an NBA team. I got so much to give to the game. I know what it takes to win at this level. I know talent. I also know how to run a business as well. And, so that is my goal. My goal is to own an NBA franchise. And, it'll be sooner than later. Appreciate it.